Bonjour, and ahoy, mateys. We're going to jump into 5.5, which is all about percents. What you really need to know is that percent literally means for every 100. So anytime you see percent, it means out of 100, 100% of the time. That's what it means. So writing percents as fractions, we'll be doing a little bit of that. We'll also be writing fractions as percents. So a percent is a part-to-whole ratio where the whole is 100. So you can write a percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100. This is a great thing to take some notes on. So might want to do that right now. All right, so if you have 60%, you can write that as 60 out of 100, which you can simplify to 6/10 or 3/5. And then the algebraic way of talking about a percent is that n% is the same as n over 100. Again, percent always out of 100, all the time. All right, so let me make myself smaller here. Okay. So here I'm just going to go through these quickly. You'll be doing some of these when you get to big ideas. So you're going to rewrite these fractions with the denominator of 100. That's the first thing that'll allow us to turn these into percents. So if you have 12 over 20, you can multiply the numerator and denominator by 5 to get 60 over 100. That is the same as 60%. So 12/20 is 60%. 1/4, you can multiply the top and bottom by 25. It gives you 25 over 100. 1/4 is 25%. Okay, so 15 over 25 is 60 over 100. 33 over 50, you double them each and get 66 over 100. 27 over 20, this is bigger than 1, which means it's more than 100%. That's fine. So you multiply each by 5 and you get 135 out of 100. So 27/20 is 135%. And then 54 over 10, we can multiply the top and the bottom by 10 and you get 540 over 100, or 540%. Okay, so some of the problems you'll be actually using a little grid and you got to put check marks in to show the percents. So if you have 4% out of 100 squares, you'd fill in 4 of them. There you go. 36% is 36 out of 100. 63%, 63 out of 100. 72%, 72 out of 100. 87%, and then 99%, you just got 1 that's not filled in. So that's basically it. So to model a percent, you just fill in how many out of 100. That's all. Okay, so now some ones where we're actually going to be solving. So to write 35% as a fraction in simplest form, I want you to give that a shot right now and see what you come up with. Okay, so you can write it as 35 over 100, but then you still need to simplify. So you can divide 35 and 100 by 5, and you end up with 7 over 20. So there you go. Okay, so what is 100% in simplest form? It's just 1. So it's 100 over 100. It's just 1. There you go. So 100% is 1. And what is 174% as a mixed number in simplest form? Okay, it's 1 and 74 hundredths. That can be simplified to 1 and 37 fiftieths. So basically, it's just you put it over 100 and then you simplify it. No problemo. There we go. Okay, so you'll be doing some of that. Try this one out. Write 3/50ths as a percent. Okay, so you can just double the 3 and double the 50, and it gives you 6 over 100, which means that 3/50ths is 6%. There you go. All right, and then our last thing is we have a drought that affects 9 out of 12 Midwestern states. What percent of the Midwestern states are affected by the drought? Okay, try this one out. Let's see what you come up with. Okay, so this one's a little trickier because 9/12 doesn't directly go, like you can't turn 12 into 100 very easily. But you can first simplify 9/12 into 3/4. Now 4 can go into 100 nicely if you multiply it by 25. So then you also multiply the 3 by 25 and you end up with 75 over 100. In other words, 75%. Okay, so there we go. That is a quick intro to percents. The big thing is it always means out of 100. So the idea is to try and get your fraction to be out of 100. Now, some of the problems may be a little trickier than others. So if you come across some that are a little more difficult, see me, get some help, or send me an email, or see Mrs. Rude during the ASC, through the ASC link. And good luck as you work through these big ideas. And I'll see you during the next live session. Arr!